Hello, this is Rick and I am a solutions consultant with Beyond 20. Today we're going to be working in Cherwell Service Management 8.1.2, and what I'd like to show you is how to create a distribution list against supporting business objects. Use case scenarios for this might be if you have to email everybody who's a task owner on a particular incident. You could also use this against something like an approval. But let's go ahead and get started. I've already made the field. It's in incident. I just called it task distribution list or task distro list. I made the field fully searchable. And here it is right here. Just go into it real quick. You can see it's nothing more than a text field. Just made it max searchable. We'll go ahead and we'll close out of here. Now what I did is I used an edit action. And I just performed this action on save. I just called it update the distribution list. We'll go ahead and we'll get back to the conditions a little bit later. Let's take a look at this one step real quick. One step's pretty easy. All I did is I made a variable. And we'll wait for the system to catch up here. So I just made a variable, called it task distro list, and what I'm filling this variable with is a empty value of a stored value. So I created another stored value and it's just empty. There's nothing in it. What I want to do is I want to do a step through children. Once again, I'm doing this against task. I did have an expression to make sure to do it where task is not equal to close, so I only want to do it against open tasks. When we step through the children, this is where we end up creating that list. And all I'm doing is I'm applying the task owned by email, and then I'm applying the task distribution list variable, which we created in the step before this, which currently is empty. So what this is going to do is it's just going to step through the every task within the relationship. If there's 4 tasks, it will go through each one, assign the task owned by email, and then it will also assign the task distribution list. And this is going to help to append any previous owned by emails that were already existed every time the save action runs. We'll go ahead and we'll save that real quick. And then the last step of this one step is just updating the distribution list, or I'm sorry, it's updating the distribution list field that we had created earlier off of incident, and it's just populating that value with what came out of the variable after we had done our step through children. So let's go ahead and we'll cancel that, close that. Now I did put a limiting factor on here, and it said only run this against if there's more than one task in this particular one, that this is just an aggregate count of tasks against incident. Let's go ahead and we'll cancel out of here. This is just our test database system, so we'll go ahead and just grab one of these open. Go down here and we'll create a couple tasks. Let's assign it to a team, assign it to an individual, give Bruce it. Let's go ahead and save that, create another one real quick. We'll go ahead and assign this one to Andrew. So I have 2 individuals on 2 separate tasks on this particular one. So if we go into our system analyzer, let's go take a look at that field. Make sure it populated correctly. And you can see there's Andrew and Bruce's particular emails in there. So you can create another one step if you wanted, or you could already have it predefined maybe for your users where they just got to click a button and they can email this distribution list in this particular case. and just populate the to field with the task distro list. Let's go ahead and make sure that we are clearing our values out when the task itself is closed. So we went ahead and we closed Andrews, and let's go ahead and take a look at that field again real quick. So that field didn't clear. Oh, I didn't do the save actions because it's based on a save action. That's why that field didn't clear out. So let's go ahead and look at System Analyzer again real quick. Take a look at that field. And once again, Bruce is the only one in there because Andrew had a closed incident, or a closed task rather. And let's go ahead and make sure that field clears completely out, and we'll go ahead and we'll close Bruce's also. So there are no open tasks. That task distribution list field should be cleared out. It should have a blank value. Once again, I didn't save, so that would be helpful. And we'll go back into it again. And you can see that that value is now cleared out because there are no open tasks against this incident, which is what we were basing our limiting condition on, to make sure it cleared out, to run it only against open tasks. And you can see it's very simple to create that distribution list. So once again, you could just create a one-step to populate the to field with that distribution, that task distro list field, and it will email everybody out who has an open task if you had to communicate with them for some reason. But that's pretty much it. I want to thank you for watching the video, and visit us at YouTube and look at our Beyond 20 LLC channel. Thank you very much.